Okay, here we are back inside MatrixGold once again. Thanks for tuning in. I hope the videos are helping in your designing process. If they are, please go ahead and hit that subscription button, tap on that notification bell, leave me a like, and please drop a comment down. Take 5 seconds to drop that comment. Really appreciate it. Today what we're going to do is go back and revisit an item that we did a while back, but we're going to do it a little differently, and we're going to have pretty much parametric control over most of it for most of the way, and you'll be able to manipulate it lots of different ways. If you've had Matrix 9, you know about the signet ring builder, right? And a lot of people kept on saying, well, how do I get those straight edges on, or beveled edges on the sides and stuff like that? So that's what we're going to do, but we're going to do it where we have parametric history to be able to manipulate it on this particular one. So I'm going to just real quickly show kind of what we'll just do a size 7 here, and there's our builder, right? And you'll want to adjust everything, same thing inside MatrixGold when we get in there to whatever you want, right? And then we'll just lock it in. But if you look at this one, you can see it really comes to a sharp edge right there. Maybe you don't want that. And there's still a lot of things we'd have to do inside here in order to be able to get it to look like, you know, and it doesn't go straight down. It kind of bevels out, which is I've never really cared for too much. So I'm just going to kind of show a different way of doing it inside MatrixGold that will kind of clean all that up and give you parametric abilities, right? So the first thing we have to do is if we grab a ring rod, I'm just going to real quick grab one, just a size 7, and then turn on our builder here, and we'll need a square profile with those beveled edges. And if you go in, you probably maybe have one or maybe something like it, but you don't have one that you really like. You know, that you might want to make your own, right? So let's take a look at that, and I'll try to put timestamps on this one. So if you already know how to do all this stuff, you can go ahead and move forward to the actual building of the item itself. So I'm going to back out of this command here and then get rid of this as well real quick, and I'll go to my front viewport, right? I'm going to go ahead, turn on my yellow and turn on my grid snaps, and just go to my curves and grab a square, right? And then I'll just snap it right there, and then bring it down and snap it here, okay? And then I'll grab a line curve, and I don't know, we'll just say 3 and 3. Something like that there, and then we'll take this and we'll just go ahead, rotate a copy of it, yes, from F4, and I can make multiple copies. So I'll go here to here to here, holding down shift to get those at the same width, right? Now I'll take this one to make it a little easier. Actually, I can just take it and then go ahead and do a trim. So we'll just do that, trim all this off, this, trim all these outside edges off so we get it to where we want it, right? And we broke history, which is no big deal for this part. And now we just need to go ahead and take it and join it together, right? So now we have a closed planar curve that we can add to our library, right? So we're going to go ahead and add profile to library. We'll select our curve. We'll go down here in the command line, right? Select profile library, profile, and we want to put it in our signet top, right? And a little thing will pop up, and you just go ahead and type in your name or the name that you want to give it, and then hit save, right? I already have one saved, so I'm not going to save this. Actually, I have 2 now, I think. I'm not going to save this. Well, I'll just go ahead and save it. So I saved that one as well. Now we just need to go ahead and get rid of that. Now there's one other thing. If we go into our library and we go to the side, profile, there's not one in there that's kind of what we want. We just want a straight line, right? So I'll just go ahead and click on this line, and I'll just snap it there down to something like that there, right? And now I'm going to take that and go back to my library, profile library, and this one will be Signet Side Advanced, and we'll get a name in it, and I'll give this one SS1. And we'll just go ahead and save that one as well. Yes, okay. All right, so let's back out of that. Now we can go ahead. We got everything we need to go ahead and create this item for the most part. There's still a lot of little things we're going to have to do, but we'll go in now and grab a ring rail. And we'll change it this time to a size 10, and we'll right click to accept that. Now we'll select our ring rail and we'll just go to Signet Builder. Now we'll come over here to Signet Builder and we'll grab that profile that we just made and saved. It's way down at the bottom more than likely. Yeah, square, Signet top. I think this is the one we made. I'll just go ahead and take it. Double click on it. So now we have that profile at the top, but we have this thing going on at the sides. You know, if it depends on whatever you're looking for, but we're going to do the sides. So we'll just go ahead and go over here. First thing we're going to do, middle profile, you might have to change as well if you don't have one that has sharp edges. So just make a little thing like this where it has the bevels and you only have to make half of it, and then save that to your library. So I got that out there now. And the other one would be our side profile. We'll just click on that one and we have the SS1, which is the exact same as this one. So I'll just go ahead and click on that. So we've got our item out here. Now at this point, what you want to do is go ahead and set it up. We'll give it some shading, however you want it. So if you want it wider, go ahead and do all the manipulations that you want to do. Don't worry about the shape or anything right now. Just get the thicknesses and the widths and all that kind of stuff that you want. We'll go back to our top, maybe drag it up just a little bit, and we'll say that's kind of what we want. And I'll just go ahead and right click to accept that. Okay. Now, of course, that's not what we want. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete that. We wanted those profiles and stuff out there, but we only need a very few of them. So I'm just going to go ahead and start getting rid of one. We don't need that, this, and what we're going to do here is we're going to take, let's see, we'll take this and we will split it with this and right click, and we'll get rid of all that. We'll take this and we will explode it. So now it's in 1, 2, 3 pieces. All right. Now this here, I'm just going to go ahead and we'll just nuke it. We'll just get rid of all this here, this. We don't need any of this. Get rid of all that. I should have probably just split it. It'd probably been faster. I just need that little teeny piece right there. And then this here, we're going to take it, which goes all the way up to our top right. And what we're going to do is we're going to nuke that as well. But the first thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and grab this little piece here and this piece here. And we will join that together. And we will just go ahead and type in rebuild, rebuild. And we're going to rebuild that to just a degree 1 with only 2 points, and then accept it. Okay. And then we have this piece here and this piece here. Okay. So we have this over here and these 3 pieces, this pieces, and these 2 pieces down here. Right. And that little teeny thing there. This is all we need to make the ring. And it just was really easy to not have to go through and draw all those lines out and everything. Right. So now what we'll do is I'm going to switch to my red layer. I'm going to go to curves and I'm just going to grab me a line, right? And with my end snaps on, I have a lot of snaps on. So let's curves, points, poly surface. Oh, those aren't my snaps. I want near off. I want end on. Point, I'll go ahead and keep on. Mid, we'll keep on. Intersection, I'll turn off. Quad, I'll turn off. And we'll just snap it here and hold down shift so it goes straight down. I'll select that curve there. Select that. I wonder what's going on here. Never seen that before. Okay, well, we got that, and we'll just duplicate it from that point to that point, right? And we'll right click. Okay, and now I'll go and bring back that line, and we'll snap it right there to that one, that little edge right there, right, where they two connect. and I'll just hold down shift and it'll put it at a 45 degree, right? And then I'll take that one and we will duplicate it from that point there to that end right there. And we'll just take those two, right? And now we'll go to our blend curves, select our blend curves. We'll select this one and this one here, and we'll need to flip both those. And we just want to kind of get those lines to where they're pretty close. And we're going to deal with that later on. If you'll see what I mean as we go. No sense in explaining it now. All right, so we'll take that. And we'll right click to bring back blend curves. And again, flip and drag it to where you might want it. Something like that perhaps, and then we'll take that. All right, so we have that. Now what I'll do is I'll select my red. Now we'll turn red off. We'll go to green and turn red off. All right, there we go. Okay, let's go back, turn on red. I lost one of my curves for some reason. Maybe, let's go back. Well, let's go forward. Okay, there's that one. For some reason I lost one, so let me do that one real quick again. Sorry. We'll go grab that one and we'll grab this one. Flip those, flip that, and just kind of get it to where we want it and right click. Okay, so we have this one and this one now. Now I'll take that to red and turn it off. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I have it on green now, and I'm going to select this one. And we don't need to do anything with this point here. We're going to go this one, and we're just going to hold down shift and draw a line out. And we're going to select that, and we're going to duplicate it from that point there to that point there. All right, so we have 2 points out there, and we have the two curves here that we need to close off, right? And as you can tell, it's kind of hinky, but we're going to fix that. Excuse me. Now we'll go back to blend. We'll select this curve here in that inside one, right? And the first thing we need to do is we'll go ahead and drag this start position of that first curve down. We'll go ahead and flip directions for a second curve and kind of get it to somewhere close to where we want it. And don't really worry too much about this part. I'm going to go back and edit that just a little bit more. As I say, don't worry too much about it. Okay, so I'll take that. Now I'll right click to bring it back, and we'll do this one here to this one here, and right click. Okay, well, blend here, parametric, bring this one down, flip this curve, second one, and kind of get it to where you want it to go, right? Okay, something like that. And that one disappeared, no big deal. Actually, they both should have, and they did. So no big deal because they're just hidden over here. All we have to do is go to our dynamic commands, go to 3 points, show, go to the next one, go to the 3 points, and show. So now they're both back, right? And I'm going to take this one and switch it to yellow. And I'm going to hide my green, or I'm going to take my green and switch it to red. And I'll go back to my yellow now. And I don't need this one anymore, so I'm going to take it and hide it in, well, let's show it, let's take it, put it in our red as well. All right, now as you can see, those lines are like, that's going to give me a nasty surface, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to take this curve, this curve, this curve, and this curve, and we are going to join those together. So now that those are one curves, right? So we still have those 3 at the top, we still have those 2 at the bottom, the one here, and then those 3 there. So this is the part that's kind of interesting. We need that to be much better, like, you know, it's nasty, right? So what we're going to do is take all yellow, we're going to turn on points, all right? Now this part, you have to be a little careful. You know, you have a point coming right here from this curve. You have a point right here from this curve. You have a point right here from it. So you have 3 points right there. And same thing with down here. You have a point coming from this one, this one, and this one. So there's 3 points there, but you can't pick it. If you pick it, you can see, well, there's a lot more than that, but you have to be very careful when you pick how you do this part, right? What you want to do is pick any point that's not connected to anything. So you can pick this one, this one, this one, doesn't matter, any of them, and then go to your command line and type in SELU, select all those, right? Now we need to make sure that we grab those extra points. So I'm going to hold down shift and go in there and just highlight over those, and hopefully that select them all. It's very difficult to find out for sure, but we'll find out. And then select all these down here as well, right? So now we should have all the points here plus all those going around and all the ones down there. Now we'll go to transform, we will go to align, and we'll go to fit to plane. And you can see it just straightened that curve up pretty good for us. So now that's much better aligned there, right? And what that fit to curve does is kind of it takes the average or whatever, but sometimes it moves like these up here, just up a little, so we don't have a planar surface, which you'll find out later. Anyway, let's keep moving on. So I'm going to click off that so I deactivate all those points, and I'm going to do the exact same thing here. I'm going to click here, come down to my command line, SUV, and then I'm going to very carefully make sure, holding down shift, that I grab all those up there, and then I want to make sure that I just grab these right in there, and I'll do the same thing. Go to align, fit to point, fit to plane, and then you see it just made that much nicer there, right? So now we have a much better surface to be able to get together, but we're still going to have little issues that we need to deal with, and I'll explain that at the end. It really, I mean, it's so minute, you may not even want to mess with it, but it's up to you. But I'll show you how to fix it if you want to. Might as well if you can. So now we're all set up for sweep 2s, right? So let's go to our surface. Let's go to Parametric Sweep 2. We'll go for this one, the curve to this curve, this curve to this curve, right click, and then of course get rid of all this stuff over here, and then right click. All right, we'll right click to bring it back. We'll select this curve here, this one, and that little teeny piece there, and then take that, and we're going to go ahead and delete all those because we don't want them. And then for this one, what we're going to do is right click, and we'll just go from here to here to here, and then we're going to just hit enter, and we get something like that, right? So here, there we go. Don't ask, I don't know. So if I went from here, and then right click, I get that. But if I go from this curve to that one, and then right click, I get that. And that's kind of what I want, right? And I don't need any of this stuff over here. So I'll right click and accept that. I don't know why. Maybe it's taking that as the first curve or whatever. I'm not sure. But it works. So we'll go ahead, take here, and we will parametrically join these together with tools, join, right? And then right click. So we have these all together, right? At this point, just so you're aware, we can go ahead and maybe you want to do different. Once you get all this laid out, you can save it to your collections, and then you have something that you can go ahead and manipulate all day long for other designs. So let's go ahead and turn on these points here right now, and we should have total parametric ability here. Let's give it some, okay. So let's grab this curve here and let's kind of drag that out, something like that. And you can see it's updating, right? So we can continue to manipulate any of these curves any way we want, and the surface should update with it. All right, now we'll take this, go to transform, go to mirror, XY, multi, and then on, right? And I'll turn it back to shading here. And again, if we wanted to manipulate any of these curves, turn on points, we should still have the ability to do that as well. So we can get some really crazy shapes going on. Pretty cool. I wonder if we can do it this way. Yeah, There you go. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff you can do. So I'll back out of that, so we're back to our original, because we want an original so that we can play around with later on, right? All right, so I'll turn off those points, and at this point, I don't think I need any of the yellow. So I'm just going to go ahead, take all my yellow and turn it to gray and turn it off. All right, so we have this and this, right? I'm going to go ahead and take this because I don't like, sometimes it does some funny things when I join things together. So I'm just going to take it, ungroup it. It doesn't break history. We still have history. If I turn back on those lines and add points to it, we still have our parametric history. They're just ungrouped. Okay, so I'll get rid of those lines and get rid of our gray there. Now I'm going to take this surface, this surface, this surface, and this surface, go to our tools, and we're going to join that together and right click. Okay, and so far so good, it looks like. And if I go back to my curves and turn my points on, we should still have parametric history. Go back. All right, and turn those off and get rid of those. All right, so it should be all closed up, but sometimes it's not, because when we do that align, sometimes these points might move. So let's check it out, and we'll go here. We'll just go to analyze before we put that top on it. Show edges. All right, and there's 12 naked edges, but they are all at the top for right now. So we should be good to go. So let's take this and let's go to our surface and let's try to do a cap parametric, and it doesn't work. So that probably means when we made that align, right, that it could have moved at 0.0001 or whatever, and it's not giving us a planar surface. And how do I know? Because if I take this and I go up here to take all those and I take that and join them together, and then I can select that curve and I can come over here and it says close curve, but it is not planar, right? So that's why. So I'll take that and delete it. We don't need it. I'm going to bring back these. Actually, I'm going to take them and turn them back to yellow so I can see them a little bit better. And I'm going to take my yellow and turn on points. All right. Now what I'm going to do is go to my front viewport. And I am going to select all these at the top. And I am going to go to my transform and go to align. But this time I'm going to go to plane. All right, and I'm just going, it's going to tell me what I can draw any kind of plane or curve out here, and it'll snap to those. I'm going to turn off my O snap so I can get very, very close. I don't want any much more height on it. Turn off my grid snaps. So I'm going to go right in here, hold down shift, and just bring that plane over like that, and you can see it just snapped them up to that plane, right? Now, hopefully, they're planar, so if we take this and we go to surface, we can cap it, and bingo, there we go, and I'll accept that. All right, so I'll take all my, let's see, I'll turn off my points, take all my yellow and turn it to gray and turn it off. All right, so, well, actually, let's turn that gray back on because we want to see if we still have parametric ability. So we'll grab that point right there and we'll just bump it over there, and we do, right? So you can still continue to manipulate those curves, right? I'll go back. Let's see, back. And I'll take those points and get rid of them and turn my gray off there. So as of right now, you still have parametric ability. So this is a great time to go ahead and maybe save it to your collections. Or if you wanted to wait one more step, you could do that. We're going to take our finger rail, right? And we're going to grab our gumball there in the middle. And we're going to hold down shift and drag it out both sides. I'll just go ahead and turn that to my cutter. And we'll go back to solids and we'll do a Boolean difference. This surface enter, this surface enter, and enter. So we'll take this, turn it to this, and hide it. And now we have, and it still should be parametric. So if I select that curve, turn on points, go back to that point and drag it out, I still have parametric ability, right? And if I select my ring, I might have closed polysurface, so I'll go back. So this is a great place. Now you can save this and you have your ring out with, you know, you already know the dimensions because you set them up and everything's nice and smooth. Now there is one thing real quick. You know, I was saying about that one edge right here in the center there. Sometimes, not always, but a lot of times, like right here, you can see there's just a little either indentation or bulge. It looks like an indentation, right? And maybe that's kind of frustrating you and you want to get rid of it, right? So we'll go back. We'll take all our item here and we're just going to nuke the whole thing. And then we're going to select this surface and delete it. This surface, delete it. Come over here to this surface, delete it, this surface, delete it, right? Now, the way to get rid of it, you can get rid of it very easily. So we'll just go to dupe edge, which is found in your curves menu, edit from object, right here, right? And we'll just select the curves that we want. We need this one, this one, this one, this one, swing around to the other side, this one, this one, this one, and this one, and we'll take those two first and we will automatically just join those together, right? So now we have those curves out there. We'll right click to bring back that dupe command and select, well, maybe not, oh, join surface, okay. So dupe again, this one and this one, swing around to the other side, this one and this one, right click and join those together right away. So now we have the curves for the sweep 2. So we can go back to our surface sweep 2. We can click on this one here, this one here, this one, and this one over here, right click, and oh yeah, okay, get rid of all this stuff over here, right click, grab all green, join it together, check it, close poly surface, and now that is gone. It's flat going all the way around, and we have a ring, but we did lose parametric history. If we go back and try to move it, the points, it's not going to update. So just be aware, you know, you might want to save it before you do the get ready, you know, making that surface totally smooth if that's what you want to do, right? But it's a great way to, let's go ahead and take these gray, yellow, and put it here. And now you can continue to add designs, do cutouts, intricate work, bead setting or whatever. And of course, if you go to here, you always have the option of grabbing all those, right clicking and then joining them together right away. And then you can take this curve and hold down shift, right, and kind of bring it into wherever you want. And then you can go to push pull and you get your push pull command, right? And then take your green surface, switch it to another layer, and then take this one, switch it back to green, and you can continue to add things in here, maybe, you know, just all kinds of things, but you have a very, very nice straight edge, beveled ring, men's ring, right? Or ladies, you know, depending. Yeah. So hopefully this video helps. And if it does, please leave a comment, hit like, share the content. Really appreciate it. And thanks for watching and good designing. See you next time.